Greetings, stellar listener and stellar viewer. I'm taking to all of my platforms with this message, first posted on my Instagram, then mirrored on the Red Note app with my thoughts on the TikTok ban. I'll also be using this to speak across my YouTube and for the first time in over a year, my podcast, The Cosmic Rabbit Hole, to convey the urgency, hopefully. I'll first read this post from my Instagram, Explore Strange, then go in depth on my views. This will talk more on the censorship taking place in the United States of America, where the First Amendment is the right to free speech. My post reads as follows. For almost 5 years, along with so many others, we built the TikTok platform by just being ourselves. The direct impact, the communities that were created centered millions of people from any and every walk of life. It wasn't about how much money you had, but it was about sharing in the joys, sharing in the struggles, sharing in the everyday lives of people most of us knew we would never meet. Stories are what made this app, and providing a space to all people is what kept it up to where it was before it was shut down last night. The last years in this country have been eye-opening to say the least, and it may not be obvious to some, but these backdoor dealings with billionaires in the incoming administration are cause for concern. It was never about a national security threat, but it was about censorship. Because we are strong in mass numbers and collectively our communities are unified. When the app returns on the whim of an order of 4 years ago, by the previous administration, mind you, many things will be forgotten, or perhaps a new algorithm will shift and sway towards the far-right leanings following the footsteps of previously Twitter, now known as X. It's a sad day, with even sadder ones to approach if we continue to be censored. America has a habit of letting down its people, and all we can do is hope the cycle can end with enough of us saying no. I'd like to say, before I end this rant, thank you. Thank you to the millions of people who shared in my communities with me years ago or just recently. I have nothing but an astronomical amount of love for each and every one of you. If you've recently followed me from TikTok, greetings. I don't plan on going anywhere. Signed, Monica Strange, or Probs in a UFO. Now, I have a great many feelings on this, so I hope you can look past me reading from this entirely, but especially in this election cycle previously. There was an overwhelming amount of information shared, both correct and incorrect. But the outcome was the same. It harmed marginalized groups of people and elevated the ultra-wealthy to levels of power not seen before, and those who desired to be adjacent to them. This is not an opinion, this is a fact. And what I mentioned in this post today rings truer and hopefully loud enough to reach the majority of people it needs to. The best way to conquer is by dividing. Because how much easier is it to separate information and community, but by buying up platforms under the guise of a security threat when the very same elected officials actually are the ones threatening security? The more information and community building that happens, the worse off for the ones elected, and in the upcoming administration's case, unelected billionaires have to lose. If you control the story, you control the narrative, then history itself is controlled. I know I am known for my love of the far out and conspiracy theories that inspire wonder and intrigue, but there is a time to dream and there is a time to do, and the time to do is now. If we allow without much pushback, if we allow them to disorganize us, keep us in the dark, then we have already lost. Creatives, keep making your art. Because it matters now as much as it did yesterday, as much as it did a year ago or 5 years ago, or even beyond that. Do not let the fear of the unknown stop you, because the world needs you. Please do not stop. And to those who have supported your favorite creators, the consumers, please keep doing so. Follow them on all of the places, engage with their content, keep showing up for one another. Strange days have found us. But let's be stranger. Let's continue to hold up one another in the face of censorship and uncertainty. Fortune and the future favor the bold, regardless of what it may look like in the present. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for watching me. If you've followed me across my platforms, have interacted and commented and subscribed and supported in any of those ways, I appreciate you more than I can ever express. It's going to be an interesting journey, but we have each other. Have a stellar day.